Words from today's gospel: he has exalted the lowly. Words of Our Lady when she met with Elizabeth. This passage is a very famous one. It's a hymn, effectively a kind of a psalm, a canticle, as they're technically called, the Magnificat. And it's one which is renowned amongst all Christians, and especially perhaps in the Catholic Church as it relates to Our Lady. But also, if you ever visit an Anglican cathedral in this country in the evening and they've got evensong taking place, you can hear some very beautiful and elaborate choral renditions of this particular text. It's a revolutionary text. He's shown the power of his arm, he's routed the proud of heart, he's pulled down princes from their thrones, he's exalted the lowly, the hungry he's filled with good things, the rich sent empty away. It's been a great inspiration to those who seek to see a revolutionary dimension to Christianity, and certainly to Christians who've been in a situation where they've been persecuted or an oppressed minority, or in particular social and as well as religious persecution and difficulty. His mercy is great, his power is far-reaching. In fact, what it recounts, though, are events that we hear almost every day. We hear about the powerful who fall from grace. We hear about great leaders who've dominated countries who are taken away and overthrown and so on. We hear about coups. We hear about revolutions. We hear about these wars in which the leaders are thrown out, if you like. And so in a sense, this is not an unfamiliar tale to anybody from any age. Even in ancient times, people knew the terrible things that could happen when a government was overthrown. And in the Roman Empire, of course, there were many local rulers, potentates, kings, who either had to kowtow to Rome or would have lost their position. But what happens in the gospel here is something more than just recounting turmoil and violence and revolution. There's an interpretation to it. That God is involved in so many of these things, that those who think themselves great, those who think themselves powerful, those who think of themselves dominant and more important than others, will surely at some point be brought down low. And, most importantly, that those who are powerless, those who struggle, those who are oppressed, have a hope in his mercy, in his love, in his power. It might not always work out as rapidly or as suddenly or as justly as we might wish, as they might wish. But the gospel here makes it clear that it's the meek who will inherit the earth. It is the powerless who often carry with them the truth. It is the lowly who will be exalted.